Who's there? Oh, Rager, am I glad to see you. Where the hell are we? Rager, you're scaring me. Say something.
It was fun while it lasted, Easy. But I'm back where I belong. And you've become a liability.
Hey, what the hell are you doing? Whoa! Rager, my friend, why would you do that? Sell your soul to the devil.
What?
Never mind. How do I keep getting into these predicaments? Thing. Ugh, look at these crow's feet. I've got to get to a spa. Oh, hey! I'm Easy Rider, and welcome to the 50th episode of Toku Time. 50 may not seem like much to celebrate, but damn it, I'm gonna go all out for this one. After a horrible Power Rangers special, a subpar Ultraman movie, and a halfway decent Kamen Rider series, I think I'm gonna indulge myself and review something really, really good. And I'm choosing one of the greatest Super Sentai series there ever was. This is Choujuu Sentai Liveman.
友よ、君たちはなぜ悪魔に魂を売ったのか。Choujuu Sentai Liveman.
This is hands down my favorite Super Sentai series from the 1980s. It was an innovative Toku series in its heyday, but has it stood the test of time? Well, that's what I'm here to find out.
アカデミア島は科学者たちの島である。島にある科学アカデミアでは世界中から選ばれた優秀な若者たちが。
This school kind of reminds me of, you know what? Take your pick from one of these places and let's move on. So, while these young scholars work on building a space station that can sustain life in outer space, no, I'm not going there. Some of these students have other plans.
星博士、こんな宇宙衛星の設計なんてバカバカしくてやってられませんよ。好き勝手。
そうです。確かにバカバカしい。
Yeah, that's what we think of your space station. You and the betterment of mankind can go to hell. So these three rapscallions, Kenji, Rui, and Go, decide to set out on their own. Luckily, an evil organization just happens to be hiring.
Impressive resumes. Selfish, pretentious, no interest in helping humanity whatsoever. Yes, I think you three will fit in just fine.
Meanwhile, we meet our protagonists for this series, Yusuke, the courageous badass, Joe, the show-off jock, and Megumi, she's the smart one. They work together with their fellow classmates and best friends, Mari and Takuji, to make, whatever the hell this thing does.
Kita!
Mari!
見てくれ、このスーツを。
成功したよ。
やったー。ということで、行こう。
Well, before these five can celebrate over making their new oven mitt jumpsuits,
あ、月形。一体君たちは。
What do you want from us? We're evil! Evil!
Cut to 2 years later. Our 3 graduating students pay respect to their fallen friends just before the space station is about to launch. So these flying robot stingrays attack the school and lay waste to everybody. You know, for kids, right? Well, thanks to plot convenience, these 3 survived, and just in time for a little class reunion.
Oh. 下等生物は生命力が強いな。
黙れ！
から俺たちは人間を捨てたのさ。
Yeah, we've become evil geniuses bent on world domination. What have you done lately? So these 3 traitors reveal they now work for the evil organization Volt, led by the evil Professor Bias. Stop giggling. And for those about to write a comment saying I'm doing it wrong, that's how it's pronounced. He and his 3 new students are out to
try to take over the world.
Hey, if you had a growth like that coming out of your back, you'd be pissed at the world too. They also reveal new powers and new names. Meet the fabulous Dr. Kemp, who can now turn into, Hank McCoy and George Takei's love child.
Oh my.
Robo-Geisha, I mean Dr. Mazenda, who is now apparently a fembot.
I like to see girls of that caliber.
And Dr. Obler, who has the power to become a human piranha plant. Luckily, our 3 remaining students here reveal they also have some tricks up their sleeves. Literally.
2年の月があったらな。俺たちにも2年の月があったんだ。
2年前、あなたたちが宇宙へ消えてから、私たちは外敵の存在を確信した。そして密かに準備してたのよ。
宅地とマリ、そして多くの仲間や人々の敵を今晴らしてやるで。
俺たちは生きとし生きる者を守る戦士。レッドファルコン。
イエローライオン。
長州戦隊ライバン。
Wait a second, play that scene back a bit.
長州戦隊ライバン。
Where have I heard that before? I thought that sounded familiar. So Dr. Kemp sends in the disposable grunts of this show, Jimmers. And to make matters worse, Professor Bias sends his personal wind-up toy / bodyguard Gush to make a monster of the week, called Brain Beasts. Luckily our heroes have no problem stopping that thing. When the Volt flying death machines return to attack, our heroes take to land, sea, and air. You know, those machines really are badass and everything, but I would love to know where they got the funding to build giant animal robots on campus. Hey, Doctor, could I talk to you for a second, man? Yes. Yeah, well, you see, me and my buddies have these plans to build giant animal robots on campus, so could we, like, have $10 billion to build them, please? Giant animal robots? What in heaven would we use those for? And how is that for the betterment of mankind? Well, we were thinking those 3 students who left here a couple years ago and killed our friends might come back as evil cyborgs bent on ruling the world, and we kind of want to be ready for them when that happens, so better safe than sorry, Doc. You may be onto something. Good point. I'll cut you out a check in the morning. After driving the bad guys away, our heroes discover their mentor, Dr. Hoshi, under the rubble. He reveals that he's been planning for this day as well, and before he dies, sends them to C-Lab. I mean Grand Tortoise.
あなたは？私の名はコロンです。星博士に作ってもらったロボットです。
Yeah, you guys can make fun of that name yourself. I shouldn't have to. So, Robot Chun-Li here gives the 3 what they need to combine their mechs into one.
このフロッピーディスクで合体システムが作動します。
これで博士。
When Gush makes the monster of the week grow big, our heroes form the mighty Live Robo.
合体ライブディメーション。
I'll get you next time, Live Man. Next time!
Our heroes bid a fond farewell to their mentor and say goodbye to their old school. And with that, they set out on their journey to defeat Volt once and for all. Luckily, they get some killer new stuff to help them out. Later on, Yusuke helps Takuji's little brother build a vehicle his brother designed before he died.
なんだその車は。ライブクーガー。ライブクーガー？クーガーバルカン。
And well, hey, that cougar looks more fun to be inside than the ones they show on TV today. Later on, Joe starts to have second thoughts about his friends turned enemies. But Ogler casts away his humanity and pulls a Mr. Hyde, becoming a super-powered beast, much to Joe's dismay. Later on, during a Brain Beast attack, our heroes meet this character, Arashi Buzujima, a gang leader who hates smart people and thinks he's the greatest thing on God's green earth. Holy crap, this guy is awesome! Maybe he should be the hero of the show. But as cool as that would be, Professor Bias actually takes a liking to this brute and kidnaps him, and turns him into possibly the greatest Sentai villain of all time, the cunning genius Dr. Ashura. Why is Dr. Ashura so great, you ask? Because he plays one of the most cunning, evil games of all time. Death Jeopardy. as if this not-so-good doctor wasn't bad enough, he soon gets the power to make the 3 cyber stooges. I mean cyber clones. And after that, Dr. Obler's newest creation goes awry, and our heroes discover it's actually the good left in him from when he was a child. And attacking it causes him to turn human again, somehow. And here we get a new alien scientist, Gildos, who apparently is a Christian scientist. Huh, must go to space church. The power of Space Christ compels you. Bias is not pleased with Dr. Obler and banishes him from Volt. But Go steals Gildos' crossblade thingy in hopes that it'll turn him into a monster again. Go retreats to his old home and begins to work in his old laboratory. His mother is shocked to find out what he becomes.
Go は生まれつきの天才なんです。Go はすくすくとその才能を伸ばし、なんと年少さんで中学生と机を並べるようになったんですよ。
ではこの答えのわかる人。はい、大村君。
X イコール4です。
俺は誰にも負けない。完全なドクター・オブラーになるのだ。
You know this is all your fault, don't you? Maybe if you hadn't have pushed your son into studying day in and day out, he might not have become an evil monster working for an evil organization in space. You did a real bang-up job there, Mom. Yusuke tells her there may still be some good left in her son, but Professor Bias has another plan. Go's mom begs him to stop, and she promises to love him no matter what. I could nitpick about how he turned human again, but I won't ruin this happy moment. So now that Team Volt is down by one member, they decide to hire a new alien scientist, Butchie.
No morphs allowed.
I really don't like this guy. And what is he even doing in Volt? He doesn't seem the smart type to me, so what is he there for? Besides being an obvious comedy relief. Luckily, our heroes gain some new weapons just in time. Cause toy sales will go through the roof! Well, Volt decides to fight mechs with mechs and begins stealing rare minerals and ingredients from across Earth and space. Sound familiar? And finally, Professor Bias succeeds in building his masterpiece, Gigavolt. Well, they finally do counterattack in Live Robo, but Kemp and Gigavolt overpowers them. Well, it seems all hope is lost until...
バイソンライナーのパワー。バイソンライナー
ねえ、こんなメカ一体どうしたの？
もちろんボルトを倒すために作ったのさ。ボルト？ああ、あんまりライマンがだらしないんだな。
Well, I've only known this guy for 5 seconds and already I can't stand him. Well, sadly, his spiffy new vehicle breaks down, but that's not gonna stop him.
おのれ！あいつまだ行く気だぜ。
どうしてそんなに？
兄貴の敵だ！兄貴。
I smell a plot point. Well, it turns out he's not alone as another young pilot appears with his own machine, Sci-Fire. And how does his friend react to this? By punching him for showing up late to the fight. Man, talk about having abandonment issues.
今までどこを使ってやがったんだよ。一体何してたんだよ。ごめん。だって試運転もしなかったのもうまく操縦できなかったんだ。
Wonderful. A hot-headed jerk and a little weenie with no self-esteem. These guys could be like the Ralph and Norton of Super Sentai.
バッチリコントロールできるようになったんだよ。じゃあ行けよ。やっと姉ちゃんの敵は取れると思っていたのに。
お姉さんって、あなたもしかしてマリの
弟です。相川純一。君の名前は？矢野哲也。そうか。でもどうやったのすごい目が作ったんだ。兄貴が死んだ後送り返された遺品の中にバイソンライナーの設計図があったんです。僕のところにはサイファイアのが。それを知った科学アカデミアのかつての関係者たちが手を貸してくれて作り上げたんです。
Hold it! Stop! Hang on. Before we go any further with this show, I have to address one of the biggest and fewest flaws of Liveman. Let's do a little backtracking, shall we? When Yusuke built the Live Cougar, he had the help of Takuji's little brother. Now, unless this kid had one hell of a growth spurt in the past few months, I'm assuming that's not the same one. So these two brothers of Mari and Takuji come out of nowhere with their own mechs already built, made from the plans that these two just happen to not show their friends, and you expect me to buy that. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying these two shouldn't be in this show, and we'll see them get better in a minute. I'm just saying the way they're brought into this show is just one big plot hole that I can't avoid. I mean, what idiot thought up this plan? Ah, crap. Executive meddling. Just like in Hibiki. I should have known.
Oh yeah, I heard you like giant robots, so I gave these two kids some robots of their own to blast the bad guys with.
But the way they come in, it doesn't make any sense. They just appear out of nowhere with mechs built. Why didn't they contact Yusuke and the others when they heard their siblings died? That would have explained everything!
You're welcome. Jerk.
Huh. I wonder what he meant by that. Anyway, meet Tetsuya, the fiery musclehead, and Junichi, the youngest member with a heart of gold. These two would go back into battle, but the core on the Bison liner has burned out. Luckily, Cologne provides a temporary substitute for them to form Little Mac Megazord, aka Live Boxer.
Live Boxer!
But it's still not enough to put down Gigavolt. Luckily, thanks to the power of plot convenience, they find spare parts on the old Academia Island to help them fix Live Robo. And even better, an old teacher returns to give them a spare power core for Bison Liner.
なんてひどいことを許せない。
ユウスケさん、これは。
哲也、雄一、よかったね。
よし、行くぞ。はい。
You know, I should complain about how Yusuke can make henshin devices appear out of nowhere, but one doesn't just question the logic of Red Falcon. He's that awesome. So, I'll just chalk it up to this.
Magic!
Shut up, you weirdo.
死ね、ライブ。みんな行くぞ。よし。ライダー。 ライマンが5人に。レッドファルコン、ブラックバイソン、グリーンサイ、イエローライオン、グリーンサイ、超人戦隊ライマン。
But Gigavolt returns with Dr. Ashura driving, so there's only one way to stop that monstrosity.
今だ、頼むぞライブボクサー。オッケー、合体スーパーライブ記念。
Oh my god, look at that thing. This calls for another old gag I haven't used in forever. This is Mega Comics! Oh, screw this, man. I'm gonna play some more Death Jeopardy. Professor Bias is not happy as he begins grading his students. So, Kemp and Mazinda left a good school on Earth just to be graded on an evil school in outer space? Clearly these two have come a long way. Well, not to be outdone, Dr. Kemp begins an experiment to become 1,000,000 times stronger. HBK, you know what to do. But he's not the only one enhancing their body. Yeah, that came out wrong. Dr. Mazinda soon reveals she has enough guns on her body to orbit Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm finger gun!
全部解消したのか。
それだけではない。パンバズーカ。
レッドファルコ
ン。エルボーガンダブルヒット。
Okay, I guess she's earned it at this point. Why not?
I love the kind of woman that can kick my ass.
はい、フィンガーガン。パンバズーカ。
Camp and Dr. Mazinda keep wondering where Professor Bias keeps disappearing to, and soon we finally see his evil, dark secret.
私はまだ死なこの12個のカプセルが全て満たされた時ギガブレインウェーブを使って全人類を私の意のままに操ることができるのだ
I guess this gives the term brain food a whole new meaning. Jeez, tough crowd. Each of these Volt students begin to go to the extremes and pay the price for it.
ギルドズの世よみがえれどうしたことだギルドズの世よみがえれなぜよみがえらんなぜ私の生命力は不滅のはずなのになぜ
Gildos discovers he's actually a robot.
どうなっているんだ不滅の生命力を持つギルド星人ギルドスではなかったのかどういうことなのかビアス教えてくれ
As does Butchie. Yeah, it turns out they were just built by Professor Bias to push his human students to be better.
愚か者め
どうしたの
さようなら
Well, I guess it could have been worse. It could have been one of the heroes. Ain't that right, Mac?
Good thing. Good thing.
And once they're gone, Dr. Ashura finds out he's on the chopping block next, so he decides to have an all-out battle with our heroes. Unfortunately, though, he and his hacker brain beast discover Bias's dirty little secret, so the professor has to cover it up.
ヤスの野郎嵐生きてたのか嵐だとどうなっちまったの
Luckily, Joe finds Arashi and takes him to Go's church/hideout. Oh, and apparently Go has found a real Earth religion now. Good for him.
一体どうしたんだ元へ戻っちまったんだアシュラはギルドスたちと同じように作られた天才に過ぎなかったんだ
But it doesn't take long for Volt to find them both. Joe does his best to fight off Dr. Kemp and his strongest brain beast yet.
Joe 俺がもっと強くてもっと勇気があれば
お4たす8はいくつだ
12だけどなぜそんなことを
答えを知りたかったんだこれで思い残すことはなくなったぜゴーよ俺たち妙な人生だったな
And with his final thought out of the way, Arashi decides to make one final stand against the evil that once controlled him.
待て見てろよピアス
then there were two. Professor Bios exposits about the 1,000-point brain.
もはや1000点は目前ではないか。はい。ここまで来たからには最後の力を振り絞り、一刻も早く1000点頭脳に達するのだ。はっ。
And he tells him the one who reaches 1,000-point brain will win. Professor? Yes? Win what? The game. That's it? No luggage? No toaster oven? This game sucks. No wonder everyone else is dead. Do not question my evil genius! And as Mazenda becomes the one nearest to 1,000 points, Bios prepares to take his prize.
やめろ！ゴー！マゼンダ、君は脳を取られてしまうんだぞ。ゴー！1000点頭脳になったらビアスに脳を取られるんだ。何？
まさか
僕は前にピアスの不思議な部屋を見たことがあるんだ。嘘だ
！But when Gush goes to take her brain, she reveals she doesn't have one.
この脳は誰にも渡すものか！
マゼンダめ、脳までメカにしようぜ。
もう私の脳は取れないぞ！マゼンダ、愚かなことだ。もう二度とマゼンダ。
And now that Kemp is the only one remaining, he willingly gives up his brain to Professor Bios. Now with all 12 brains in place, Bios begins his evil plan.
Stand by for mind control.
Your brainwave, start!
Luckily, Yusuke is able to sneak aboard Brain Base, and instead of having a climactic final battle with Professor Bios, just frickin' stabs him. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the others defeat the now brainless Kemp, but Bios isn't dead yet as he uses Kemp's brain to become... Well, if I know my Toku villains, and I'm pretty sure I do, then becoming a child would mean... Important safety tip, Toku faithful. When a villain looks like a child, fear the worst. Now with Yusuke being crucified, literally, our heroes launch head-on in Super Live Robo, sending Brain Base plummeting to Earth. Eventually our heroes corner this pint-sized evil genius, but Megumi has trouble pulling the trigger, even if he is an evil mastermind. Suddenly, Kemp's mind gets a mind of its own. You figure out how that works. And together they sap Professor Bios of all his youth and knowledge. Gush goes in to take revenge on our heroes with one last brain beast, but they're no match for the power of the Live Man. I regret wasting my life collecting brains! Our heroes stand triumphant watching a clip show of all things to end the series. And that was Choujuu Sentai Liveman. Well, time for pros and cons. The relationship between the Liveman and Volt. These were people who knew each other since day one of school, and now the 6 of them are in a life or death struggle with the fate of the world on the line. As the series progresses, we find out secrets about the 6 of them. Some had dreams, some were in love, and others just wanted to be saved. It's like watching a friend sink into lava or quicksand. There's nothing you can do to save them but just watch them drown and die. The plot hole with Tetsuya and Junichi. This is nitpicking, but I can't overlook this flaw. These 2 were great heroes, and it was awesome to have them on the team, but the way they're brought in is so rushed. And if their siblings died, why didn't they come to Yusuke and the others first? They must have known about them if they were close to each other. It just leaves me scratching my head. The dark plot twists. Near the end, people are dropping off like flies, left and right, and all because some old guy wants to be young forever. Well, that and take over the world with mind control. It's a really sick and twisted storyline, and that's what makes it interesting toku in my book. There were a lot of firsts in this series. First animal mechs, first 2 mechs becoming 1 super mech, first female blue senshi, first series to bring in extra senshi later in the show. I have to give credit where credit is due. Liveman was a pretty groundbreaking toku series. And once again, it's time for Writer Request. This is where I pick the best song of the series. And my pick is Live to Tomorrow by Daisuke Shima, who also plays Red Falcon in the series. Final analysis? Do I really have to say it? I'm giving this show an A+. This was a great toku series. And even though this didn't get an S rating, even though it came very close to, I'm still going to put it on the Toku Time must-see list. Why? Because it's my show. I can do whatever I want to. This series is in a class all on its own. The pacing is excellent, the story is amazing, and the effects, while dated, do give you a feeling of nostalgia. This is arguably the best Super Sentai series of the Showa era, if not the best series of all time. If you're tired of tokusatsu being too kid-friendly like today, or you just wanted to get into the older, darker toku, this is a great series to watch. And that was the 50th episode of Toku Time. I personally enjoyed it, and I hope you did as well. And I'm not going to stop until I run out of toku. Which is probably never going to happen, so I'm going to be here a while. Well, until the next episode, I'm Easy Rider. Damn it, Rager, snap out of it. You're being controlled. For real this time.
I have to take this.
Alcatraz, we've spotted green lanterns in our vicinity. Return to Ysmalt at once.
Yes, Atrocitus.
Whoa!
I can't stay and play anymore, Easy. Duty calls.
Stupid Imagine! That ring broke my control spell. If you want something done, do it yourself.
What the hell just happened? Wolzard! Wow, you're my next opponent? Dude, I'm a huge fan. Can I have it? Oh, guess not.
Shut up! My employer has instructed me to find you.
Well, I didn't want to fight a fan favorite of mine, but I guess you leave me no choice. Henshin! I said Henshin! Come on, Henshin! Well, this is embarrassing.
Your feeble tricks will not work here.
Well then, guess I'll just have to go down fighting with my bare hands, won't I?
Why, Mr. Ryder, who said I came here to fight you?
What is that thing? Why do I feel so drained?
All the energy you've been putting into your body, this is just what Mr. Chairman needs. I've no more need of you.
If you see Rager, tell him I hate him.
I don't know how you did that, but I'll be sure you pay for it!
Wolzard, wait! Don't go yet! Before you leave, I've gotta ask. Are you a brony? Ugh. Sorry I asked. Ugh. I'm out of here. Hal, teleport me back home. Hal? Anybody? Reviewtopia? Enigma? Damn. Great. Well, looks like I'm stuck here. I don't even know where here is.
Koそ私の蜜ふざけるなこの野郎男心を持ってやがれ